We're talking with Melanie in Detroit. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. She had a baby back in the fall. Has $24,000 in credit card debt. Has not paid on it since then. $9,000 car debt with a value of $15,000. Husband makes $32,000. She's home with the baby. Baby had a couple of difficulties, and so did Mom, and we're trying to work through all that. A lot of scary stuff going on. Is that a fair summary of what you told me so far?
Yep, that's a fair share.
Okay. Cool. Now, I'm curious, how much credit card debt did you have before the baby came?
It was probably about 19.
Okay. What'd you spend the $5,000 on?
Extras for the baby after he was born, unfortunately.
Okay. So you impulsed your butt off in the middle of all these medical things and did some retail therapy.
Yeah.
Baby's got some struggles, so we're going to buy baby a bunch of stuff he doesn't even know exists.
Pretty much, yeah.
Got it. Okay. I don't blame you. I understand how it happens, but we need to say out loud what's going on because you got to reverse these trends underneath the debt to get rid of the debt. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Can I add one more thing, though?
Sure.
Okay. We just found out that our furnace needs to be replaced also.
Okay. All right, good. Who said that?
We had the electrical company and gas company come out here because we were having issues with it, and they're saying that it's starting to show signs of giving us carbon monoxide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get a second opinion. That's a scam.
Okay.
Half the time those guys say that just because they want to sell you a heat and air unit. I've had that happen 3 times in my life. So, and I hadn't died yet. So I'm not saying you don't need to inspect it, but you need to look at it because some of these guys are drama queens on pitching new units. And you really can't afford one right now. So what's your home worth?
The house is worth about $160,000.
And what do you owe on it?
$49,000.
Okay. In a Chapter 13, you're going to struggle to be approved with that much equity because the courts like for you to pay your bills when you have that much equity in your house. Now, you can file a 13, probably, because of your low income. All right. And what's your house payment?
$632.
Okay. All right. Okay. So here's the formula. I number one, I put bankruptcy in the same category as I do divorce. Sometimes people go through it, and I still like them. They're still my friends. I'm not mad at them, but it's not something I would wish on my worst enemy because you think you've been through stress. We're getting ready to add stress to it, not take it away. Okay, it's not this great relief. It's 5 years of hell while you pay this lousy $24,000 back. I'd rather figure out a way to pay it back. And, you know, since you're already deeply in default on these things, really about all they can do is sue you. And they won't do that for about 2 more years.
Okay.
So I think your husband picks up some extra jobs and you start looking for some things you can do from home for some income. And let's add $1,000 a month to this equation. And ever so often when you save up a little bit of money, you call up the smallest credit card and you settle with them. And so you got a $2,000 credit card and you offer them $1,000 to settle it. You get it in writing. And if you were to settle this whole thing for 50 cents on the dollar, then it's $12,000. And to file bankruptcy on $12,000 is kind of silly.
Right.
Because that's like pizza driving away from getting it paid off. So he's pizza. He's pizza driving.
We did. That's actually what I used to do for a living. So.
Okay. I mean, you know what you can make. You make $1,000, $1,500 a month if you're working.
Oh yeah, I made $2,000 a month.
There you go. And $2,000 a month changes your dadgum life right now.
Right.
$2,000 a month means you're 100% debt free in about a year.
Okay.
That right there tells us you're not bankrupt, okay? Now, I don't want that for you, but I didn't want any of this for you. You didn't want any of this for you. Number 1 concern, take care of baby. Number 2 concern, take care of you. Number 3 concern, you take care of food, shelter, clothing, transportation, and utilities. And then we're going to play with these credit cards.
Okay.
Okay, they're the bottom of the list, and we're going to get to them when we get to them. We're not going to stress about them. This is a monopoly game you're behind in. But what happens is you've had about 6 layers of stress pile up, and it'll break the camel's back, that last straw. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you're like running to the shelter of Chapter 13 to feel better, not because necessarily the math is leading you there. Does that make any sense to you?
Oh, it makes complete sense.
So
Before I got married to my husband, I had filed Chapter 7 because I was young and dumb. So.
And it didn't fix anything. Here we are again.
Nope, it didn't.
Here we
Yeah.
are again. See, debt is never the problem. It's the symptom, including when I did it too, by the way. Not just picking on you.
Oh, no, I don't think you are.
It's always the symptom. It's always the symptom, not the problem. So we want to dig this dandelion out by the roots, or they grow back and spread 6 more dandelions. So you have to fix the whole situation. Go, next time we're in stress, we're not going to have any debt, and we're going to have a big, fat, juicy emergency fund, and we're going to control ourselves next time we're in stress.
Yes.
And that's how you got here. Did I miss something?
No.
Okay.
You didn't miss anything.
I think you can do this. I really do. And I think.
Ask one more question?
Sure,
too?
sure.
I don't want to take up too much of your time. Our county has where if you, let's say you need something replaced in your house to make your house livable, they have a program that is 0% interest loan. I think it's a lien on the house, up to $18,000. You don't have to pay it back right away. You can actually pay it back when you sell your house. If we need the furnace, do you think that would be an idea to do?
Okay. The first step of getting out of debt is to stop borrowing money.
I know.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for calling, kiddo.